Peace be with you. I'm making this video to talk about hypocrisy of Ben Shapiro. If you don't know who Ben Shapiro is, he is a conservative commentator and speaker. He is the founder of a conservative news outlet, the Daily Mail, and he is an ardent supporter of Israel, right? He made a name for himself, and he has been presenting himself as a conservative and at the same time trying to instill unquestionable support for Israel as a mark of true conservatism, which is nonsense. The reason why I'm making this video is because I just watched a video statement that he made, basically threatening the American people and threatening a nuclear war in the Middle East. What he said was, if America doesn't allow Israel to do whatever it wants with the people of Gaza, to erase them out of existence, to liquidate the ghetto, then Israel will use nuclear weapons if anyone else tries to get involved. But he didn't say it like that because Ben Shapiro is very, very smart. The way he worded it, if you're not careful, you wouldn't understand what he's actually saying. He said that if these other countries get involved and try to prevent the genocide of the Palestinians, and I quote, the possibility of nuclear exchange in the Middle East is very real. But what nuclear exchange? There's only one country in the Middle East that has nuclear weapons, Israel. So there is no exchange. So when he talks about nuclear exchange, he is talking about Israel using nuclear weapons on people. And he says if America does not allow us, if the United States does not allow us to liquidate this ghetto, to do whatever we want these people, and moreover give us weapons to do it, then we will use nuclear weapons in the Middle East. That's what he said. That's Ben Shapiro. So even though he is an American, the way he is talking, his allegiance is to a foreign nation, and his behavior should be alarming to every independent and true patriot. That is what George Washington said. In his farewell address, George Washington warned us about people like this who favor a foreign nation over their own nation, and he literally threatened American people with using nuclear weapons unless we give the right-wing Israeli government the right to do whatever they want and actually help them do it, right? That's Ben Shapiro. The same man who used to use a catchphrase during the BLM movement, show me systemic racism and I will fight it with you. That's what he used to say. He used to say that all the time. Because he knew that there was no laws on the books in the United States that anybody can bring up as an example of that. But there's plenty of those laws in Israel. You go into Israel, you can visit Israel, but depending whether you visit it as an Israeli or a Jewish person or a Palestinian, you're going to get different treatment, right? There is a law of return, a literal systemic racism law on the books, which Ben Shapiro he ain't going to fight that. There's other laws and regulations in West Bank where the settlers get to live under civilian law and the Palestinians get to live under military law. True apartheid, legalized segregation, but Ben Shapiro ain't gonna fight that. So when he says that phrase, show me systemic racism and I will fight it with you, it was all a lie all along. He just was using the fact that he knew that there was no laws on the US books to make himself sound like he is a sincere and genuine person. He also used to talk against identity politics, right? But even though he watches children get killed, even though he watches people get suffering in the concentration camps, he prefers his identity over any justice. So he is, even though he condemns identity politics, he is knee deep in them. So although he is a very smart and very successful person, Ben Shapiro is a true hypocrite. And he is not a representative of conservatives out here in the United States. I am a conservative, and I have actually followed Ben Shapiro for a very long time, and I initially thought that he was a very smart and sincere man, and I approved of everything he said until I saw his hypocrisy. And the thing is now, what he's doing with his media platform is he's trying to make support of Israel, unquestionable support of Israel, a mark of conservatism, and whoever doesn't support Israel is not a conservative, and that is an insult to every patriotic conservative in this country. Ben Shapiro is a hypocrite, and he might even be a traitor. I don't know about the second one. But he certainly, when it comes to a foreign nation, his preferred foreign nation, he's all in. And he doesn't care that all the values he used to talk about don't apply to them. He doesn't care about that. So that's what you need to know about Ben Shapiro. Peace be with you.